Oh, hey, what's going on, everybody? Um, I don't know what happened to my intro thing. It kind of stopped, I think. But how's everybody going today? Oh, I said, how's it going, everybody? Is there a repeat in here? All right. All right. So I'm assuming I'm sounding good, and I'm assuming the quality of the video is pretty good today. I didn't have any issues yesterday. What's going on, Jason? I didn't have any issues yesterday with the stream, so I'm not anticipating any issues today. Um, it's been a long morning already. I see you're deep into your writing there, Jason. I mean, I'm only 3 pages deep in with my writing today, but um, I'm gonna be probably a good 20 pages in for some notes that I'm doing on a couple devices today. But I'm gonna start off the stream with some comments because I haven't caught up with the comments today. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see if we can get over here. All right, so starting out with comments, we got Ghost Ship. If I had a Supernote, I'd buy your pen right now. Oh, my pen is one of the things I'm going to talk about on the stream today. I'm going to clarify a couple things that I didn't clarify in the post. If you haven't seen, I made a post yesterday about this pen right here. See if we can get a better view of this pen. This pen right here. It's a Lamy, and it's special in that it has a special nib that I had to custom make. Jeez, my phone's going off. Sorry about that. But it's a special pen. Well, this pen isn't special. I mean, I think the pen is special because it's made by a company who actually makes pens. But the nib is what's special about it. I had to custom engineer the pen, and I made a video outlining the process of that. So anyone can do this if you have the time and the patience and the materials to do it. Anyone can handle this kind of modification to their Lamy. I'm just kind of offering this as a service to the people who have subbed to my channel who like the pen and want to have one for themselves. But obviously, you can't just go and buy the pen um, because no one makes them. And if you have a Supernote and you want a pen with a button with the ceramic nib that the Supernotes come with, you you don't have an option. Like this would be the only option, which is why I made this because there were no options on the market for me. So I just took it into my own hands and modified that one. But yeah, so I'm going to be talking about that and clarifying some of those details up. But going back to the comment, I'm stuck with the Remarkable 2 for now. So this person basically is like, he would love to have the pen, but I mentioned in the post that I made that the pen doesn't work well on the Remarkable. So um, it's just any hard nib, in my opinion, doesn't sound good on the Remarkable. I think I got cat hair on my lip. Any 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 hard nib to me doesn't sound good on the Remarkable and doesn't feel all that good on the Remarkable. But um, some people like that. My personal taste is that I don't personally like it, but um, that's 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 me. But this person is basically like, I got the Remarkable 2, and after I stated that it doesn't sound or feel good from my personal taste on the Remarkable 2, he decided against it, which I totally understand. So I'm going to reply to him after we get done with the stream here. The second one is, I guess, one of the most important things to improve on the Note Air 4. Let's see if we can blow this up a little bit more here. Can I? Nope, can't. All right, would be a battery. It would be battery life. Any news about that? Thanks. This is from IL Cigar. Il Cigar. So I said, yeah, Il Cigar. So basically, the thing with the Note Air 4C battery is that the battery life will be better. But it's not because they have a bigger battery. It's because the electronics in the backplane of the new device, the Note Air 4C, just is more efficient. It handles things better. So its efficiency leads to a longer battery life from the same battery. Um, so yeah, in that way, the battery will be better on the Note Air 4C over the Note Air 3C. but it's not because it has a bigger battery at all. All right. The next one we have here is from Justin S. Campbell. Hey, what's going on, Sarah? How's it going, brother? Hey, no problem, man. I appreciate the comment. So basically, Sarah is in the chat here. No, I get that. This is just the pins themselves cost about $105 before tax, and that's just for the materials to make them because you have to buy two parts for the pin. So before tax, it's $105 for all the parts to make it. I made a video though, Sarah. So um, I'll see if I can I'll link the video and put it in the chat here. I made a video so anybody can do this. I'm basically just doing this for people who either don't have the time to do it or would just rather someone else do it and kind of pay for that convenience. And I only can afford to buy a few of them, so I'm only gonna do three, and just see how that works out. If it works out well, then I'll be able to make more. Someone also said that maybe if I were to make a lot of them at once, I could maybe get a discount on the parts to make them. And that may be a thing too. But like I said, that all depends on how well the first run goes. So we'll see. Uh, how's it going? All in her movement. Thanks for joining the chat. I appreciate you. Just got a Boox Tab Mini C. I like it as a reading device, but the writing feel is terrible. Yeah, I agree. The Tab Mini C has a tab surface. I mean, all the tab devices have basically the same surface, or very similar, which is a glassy type of surface. So it doesn't really have a writing film on the tab devices. So yeah, the writing experience on those devices is terrible. And though you could use the pen that I'm talking about on the tab devices, it's not a good experience. And I talk about that in a video too. I'm gonna go ahead and grab those videos, and link those in the chat here so people can take a look at those videos because, for one, anyone can do the pen upgrade themselves. They don't have to pay the price that I'm charging to do it for them. Um, and also, I have some examples of the. Let's go ahead and go there, and also I have some examples of what we got here of the writing surface. Yeah, it's like writing on glass, and my handwriting doesn't look the same as Remarkable. No, I get that. The feel isn't good, the sound isn't good, and I do like the way the Remarkable writing looks as well. They have a really unique calligraphy pen. I really do like that. It makes everything you write look awesome. So, and my handwriting is terrible, so it's great for me. Oh, a great. Sirif just brought up the fact that he's going to try an experiment of his own there. That's great, dude. Let me know how that works out for sure. Let me know how that works out. Let me go ahead and get these links so I can put these in the chat for you guys here. Because I want everyone to have the ability to do this, or experience it. Because, like I said, I will not. I couldn't afford to buy a lot of these things to make. Let's see what we have here. Wow, I've made quite a few videos. I didn't realize until I'm having to scroll through them all now. How's the sound, everybody? Is the sound too much or is it too low? What's going on? Are we good on the sound today? Oh, there it is. Finally found it. Phew. Okay, so I'm gonna put this video right here is the video for um make let's see, making your custom. Let me cool. All right, so this video I just posted up here, you guys, is going to be the video to where anyone can make the lammy that I'm talking about here. Um, and now I'm going to post a second video of the writing fill video I made. I made a video a while back about the writing fill, and this will be a good video to give you an idea of what it would be like. It's a long video. I'm not going to lie, it's a long video, um, but it's a good one. But it's a good one. All right, so I got the link for this next one, and this is a writing surface. And nib video. All right, and that second video I just posted is a really good video if you want to see how it sounds. The nib, the ceramic nib on the lammy. I think I used the lammy. I'm almost positive I used the lammy for that. But if you're curious to see what that sounds like, that's a good video to see that. All right. Let's get back to the chat here. So polymer clay. So Sarah, if you got it sounds like a great idea you got there, man, with the polymer clay. I'm really interested to see how that works out. I'm going to do some research on that myself. All in our movement. I only use the Remarkable calligraphy pen now. Looks fantastic. Yes, like I said, I agree. I don't care what you write. It makes it look good. Like I have the worst handwriting, and it just makes it look awesome. I don't know what that is about, but it just makes it look awesome. So I love it. Absolutely love it. Thanks for letting me know the sound is great, everybody. For some reason I can't hear it in my headphones today. I'm hoping I'll be able to hear some video if we decide to watch a little video on some stuff today. But um, I think I spent an entire day trying to get Boox settings right. I only liked the device once I got through that pain. Yeah, Boox devices are notoriously difficult to set up like you want to. But the great thing is that you can set it up like you want to. That's the benefit. It's cumbersome. There's a whole bunch of settings, and you have to drill down to a great degree to get to a lot of the settings that you might want to change some of the functions of. But yeah, once you get it set up and you get it dialed in, oh yeah, you have a great time with it. It takes a while to get there though, and then the learning curve to even learning how to get to that point is something as well. So it's a process for sure. All right, let's go ahead and get back to the comments here. What do we got? All right, so we have a Scribe comment from Justin S. Campbell. Yep, I've owned the Scribe for 2 years. We're still waiting for basic features. In that time, I bought a Remarkable and then a Boox Go 10.3. So that was in response to a short that I did talking about the new Kindle Scribe features that are coming and how you shouldn't buy a device based off features that it doesn't have already. I think that's just smart, right? I think I credited Marquez Brownlee with that quote because that's where I got it from. But it just makes so much sense, and it served me well over the years dealing with technology and buying tech. That just if it's not in it already, don't don't buy it for that. If you're gonna buy a product, buy it for how it ships. That's like the golden rule to me. Hey, no problem, Sarah. Yeah, that's why I'm here, man. I just want to throw information out there and kind of spread what I'm learning myself here. All right, so let's go back to these comments here. And he was talking, and Campbell, Justin S. Campbell was talking about the Scribe too. I've never used the Scribe. I've never used the Scribe. I want to get. I'm trying to get the Scribe too, the second one. So I'm trying to get that one. But I've never owned a Scribe, so I'm really looking forward to trying a scribe out. I never got the first one because I heard of all the problems it was getting, which is what uh, uh, Justin was alluding to here in the comment. That it's been 2 years or 2 years, yeah, 2 years, and he's still waiting for some updates of basic functionality to the scribe. So, and I mentioned that in the video I made about that scribe as well. So it's, yeah, I'm looking forward to what they did with two. I'm not hopeful, but I am interested. So, let's get back over here to the comments. So we have, who else we have here? Fable 16. Can I highlight this? There we go. Fable 16, thank you so much for this video. It is exactly what I needed to understand whether it's worth abandoning the wait for the A5X2. And this is in relation to a video I made on the Go 10.3 on the header, stars, and keynotes. That is a great video, by the way. The header, stars, and keynotes video is awesome. I took a lot of time. It took some effort to come through and find those features and make use of them and find out how they worked. If you haven't seen that video and you own a Go 10.3, matter of fact, I think they've brought that operating system to all of the platforms. So all of this functionality I mentioned in that video is also in the rest of the platforms now. I don't think that's a coincidence after I brought that to light. And everyone was like, oh, is it in other devices? And I'm like, no, it's not. You can only get it in Go 10.3. But now it's everywhere. But back to this one. He's asking if it's worth abandoning the wait for the A5X2. One question, are you able to confirm whether the Note Air 4C has this functionality also? I'm now deciding between the two. I like the fingerprint lock and color, but the functionality is crucial for me. Okay, so the functionality is great. And it's not only is it going to be in the Note Air 4C, it's going to be better in the Note Air 4C because of the outline feature. So they basically did, I basically showed you how to do a workaround on the Go 10.3. So what I showed people there was a workaround. But what they've done is, I think they saw my workaround and was like, oh, we can create something like that natively. And so they went and used that workaround and created a native way to do that. So yeah, when you get the Note Air 4C, it will come with the firmware 4.0, and that firmware 4.0 will have the outline feature, and that outline feature is way better than what I showed in my video for the Go 10.3. Way more functionality. It's native. There's no workaround involved, and yeah, I haven't tried it yet. Friday, I'll have it Friday. So Friday, I'll have the Note Air 4C, and I'll be able to confirm this outline feature and how it works. But from how it looked on the video, it looked to work better than my workaround, and it looked to work similar to how, and maybe even better than how Supernote does its organizational features with the indexing, with their headers and their stars and such. So yeah. The first part of that question is abandoning the wait for the A5X2. I wouldn't abandon the wait for the A5X2. Now, I made a video saying that I didn't think it would come out until next year, but it's been made, it's come to my attention through some people who say they don't know things, who actually do know things. Oh, you know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. So these people know things, but they got me thinking that maybe it's coming out this year. So we could see a new Supernote, the A5X2, this year. I personally don't think it's coming till next year, but maybe this year. Now I'm 60-40. I was 100% it wasn't coming this year. Now I'm like 60-40. I'll let you know if that changes. All right. So we got a comment here in the comments. All in the movements. I read a lot of PDFs for work. I read a lot of PDFs for work. I have a Remarkable 2, Remarkable Paper Pro, and Boox Tab Mini C. Reading only. Good choice for the reading only on the Tab Mini C. That's what I resolved to just use my Tab Mini C just to get my morning reading in, go to Google News and read whatever I need to catch up on. But I love Remarkable, but finding content within notebooks can be hard. Definitely. What have you found to be better? Well, on the Remarkable platform, I've resolved to just using their tags. They only have tags for indexing stuff, so I use those, and I've been yeah. So, so I you don't have a choice, right? But if you're looking to go outside of Remarkable, the best organizational platform that I know of is the Supernote platform, um, which is what I was just talking about. They're supposed to be coming out with a 10.3-inch device soon. They're definitely coming out with it. The timing is up in the air. Um, I think next year. Some people think this year. Um, as time goes, the people who think this year are convincing me that it may come this year. So we'll see. We'll see what happens for that. But that's what I recommend for organization. There's excellent organizational tools in that. Until I see what this Note Air 4C does, the Supernote is still the GOAT. Um, what else we got here? So color functionality is crucial. If color functionality is crucial, yeah, I wouldn't be looking at the A5X2 there, Fable. Um, but yeah, okay, my bad. I see what you're saying here. So it looks like you're saying color functionality is crucial, but you want the organizational functionality that the Supernote has, and you're wondering if the Note Air 4C will have that. I think it will, and I think it'll be even better on the Note Air 4C. That's what I think. I could be wrong. I'll know Friday. Let's go down to the next comment. We have I thought the Carter 1300 Mobius was the flexible version of Carter 1300, leaving the regular version as hard glass, meaning that although it may have a Carter 1300 screen fitted, if it isn't Mobius, it's glass. Yes, that's exactly what that means, Carl Mumford. Um, there's a distinct difference between the Mobius displays and the regular Carter 1300 displays, and I don't think that the Carter 1300, the Mobius is just a flexible Carter 1300. I don't think that. I think that it's a whole different thing and technology. The substrate I hear is different, and the substrate is just a fluid that the particles are suspended in. Um, I hear that whole situation is different from Mobius displays because of its flexibility. So yeah, I don't think it's the same. I think it's different. I don't think the Mobius is simply a flexible Carter 13. I think it's a little bit different, a little more complicated than that. Um, what do we else we have? Meaning that although it may have a Carter 13, is it Mobius? If it's Mobius, it's glass. So if it's Mobius, if it isn't Mobius, it's definitely glass. If it's Mobius, it's a flexible display, usually some plastic polymer film they have on top of it that you can write on. So if it's Mobius, it's not glass. As to what exactly the coding for that is, I'm not exactly sure. Real quick, going to the chat here, we got Jason. What's up, Jason? I love the 13-inch tablet size. I wish there were more options at the size in the market. Really hoping for a 13-inch Tab XC. That's coming. That 13-inch Tab XC is coming, Jason. You can guarantee that. I've been keeping up with this 13-inch Kaleido 3 screen that the eInk Corporation has been making for at least a few years now. It's just being used in signage. I don't think anyone's used it in a consumer product yet, but it's definitely being used in signage, and they definitely make them, and they're definitely getting better at making them. So you can definitely guarantee that that's coming soon. I don't know when. When I have more information, I'll put that out, but I don't. But it's definitely coming soon. All right, so back to the page comments here. We got changing the subject, staying with Carl Mumford here. We got changing the subject. I'm going to try to highlight this. There we go. Oh, there's more. Okay, so changing the subject, I've always wondered if they keep the hardware at a bare minimum to, yes, keep down costs, which is right, which makes sense, but also to keep the battery consumption at a bare minimum. That's a good point as well. The question I often ask myself is, if you write or wrote a note with a device with, say, a crazy 100 gigabyte of RAM, would it consume the very same amount of power if you wrote the same note on a device with say, 2 gigabytes of RAM? Yeah, RAM only uses what it needs. So the way to look at RAM is like just storage that's fast. 'Cause that's what it is. It's just storage that's too expensive to give you as storage because it's expensive, and it makes more sense to give you ROM as storage rather than RAM because it's cheaper. So the way to look at RAM is that once a program is loaded into RAM, it's only going to use a certain amount of it. Um, so having 100 or 2 gigs, if the program only uses 1 gig of that 2 gigabytes of RAM, is going to run as efficiently as it would if you had 200 gigs of RAM in that device, because it's only going to use what it's going to what it's going to use. So, um, and it doesn't. There's no spiking in that. Um, Once you know what those parameters are, you can say, okay, this program will run with 2 gigs of RAM, and it won't need more than that, and you'll be fine. So it won't run any better. Now, if we're talking about editing, because editing scales with what you're adding to it, right? Now that's a whole different thing. Now that matters. But if we're just talking about eInk devices, no, that doesn't matter. All right, the next part of this would be, let's see here. Oh, can I highlight this? All right. I agree that naming convention is a bit weird. Big Me would have thought of something much better, such as B53AZX7, which of course makes much more sense. Yeah. Uh, well, I, I've never, I haven't owned a Big Me device. They haven't contacted me about any of their devices, and I'm not really interested. I'm like the news that comes out for the big three, Boox, Remarkable, and Supernote, is way more than I can handle. Now, I'd be willing to review other products if they were to land on my doorstep. I'm not searching them out like that though. But Big Me, I hear, uh, does make some good products. Don't get me wrong. It's not a slight to any company I didn't mention as the big three, but we have a big three in e-ink for sure. If you didn't know, it's real. It's real. Um, Next thing we got here is Jack Martz. I'm super interested in. So he said he's super interested in the pen. See you on the stream. So again, this is the pen we're talking about here. It's the Lamy that I'm going to make for. I'm going to make a few of these for the community and sell them and do a stream. I'm going to have to put names in a hat kind of situation because more people want them than I have to give out. So so I'm gonna do a drawing, and he's asking basically what time that drawing is. I made a post on the page, the community page there about it, and I said 7 to 8 p.m., but I didn't specify what time zone that would be. I'm in Philadelphia, so I'm in the Eastern time zone. So I meant 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. Now, I wasn't thinking about a big section of my audience is in a lot of different time zones. So I'd be willing to change that time, but for right now, that's what it is. Unless people start having a serious issue, unless the people who are actually wanting to be in that drawing are having a serious issue with that time. For right now, it's gonna be 7 to 8 Eastern time, and I partially started responding to that there. All right. So now I'm just gonna take a look at some of uh, the Reddit news we got here real quick. I haven't taken a look at Reddit today, and usually some interesting content here to talk about. Reddit never ceases to amaze and surprise. So, oh, no problem. So, real quick, back to the chat, you guys. So the Lammy, just for people who didn't hear that portion of it, the Lammy that I customized the Lammy because, ooh, what did we do here? Oh, there we go. So I customized the Lammy because I wanted a ceramic nib stylus for my Supernote that had a button. So, and after doing my research, I realized that there were no ceramic nibbed stylus on the market with a button. So then I started researching how to make one, and if people were making their own, and I came across this one person who actually made her own, and I made the video that I linked in the chat there. So if you're interested in seeing that whole process and who actually came up with the idea, that's in that video. So it's a long video, but full of good information, and it's entertaining too. I think. I mean, I would think that, but I'm just saying it's entertaining. So that pen outlines the detail of me going through the process of adding a ceramic nib to a plastic nib that would fit inside of the Lamy, which effectively gives me a ceramic nib stylus with a button because the Lamy has a button and all of that works like it should. So it's flawless. So it gives me a quality pen from a brand that makes pens for a living. Like Lamy, that's what they do. They make pens. They've been doing it for, I want to say 80 years or so, but they've been doing it for a long time. So Lamy has been, making pens and innovating in this space for a long time. So you get a stylus from a brand who actually makes pens. The quality is awesome. It's an all aluminum build. The ceramic nib that I put in is a forever nib, so you never need to replace it or change it. Um, I mean, it's a tank, and it has a button, and the ergonomics on the pen is awesome. Like it's one of the only stylists that even thinks about ergonomics on the market, which is crazy to me. Like I'm like Lamy should be cleaning up in the stylus market right now because like every other pen is like a cylindrical tube. The heart of metal pens for the Supernote devices are good. I gotta give it to them. They do it the right way. They made a pen that's actually quality, and I think that their pens are made in collaboration with Lamy. Let's go ahead and take a look at those pens real quick, you guys, and then we'll get back to the Reddit. So let's. All right. So we just have to go to the Supernote site there because I don't think we're gonna be able to do that. Okay, so all right, here we go. So let's take a look at their pens real quick. These pens are awesome. They make the best pens in the game. So I would say the only and there's the Lamy here that I brought up. I don't know if you can see that, you guys, right there. I got to figure out a better way to bring up things. It's the wiggling one. Oh, it's wiggling. Anyway, that's the Lamy right there. So Supernote sells these on their site. Um, and they're sold out of that color, but there's lots of colors you can get. And I thought about doing that, but I'm going to do all black for now. But the Heart of Metal pen is fantastic. Even their standard pen, the one that's jiggling right now. Oh, is it wiggling? Can I get it to? There we go. The one that's wiggling right now. That one is awesome, and that's their standard pen. Supernote just does it the right way. Like nobody can even touch them in the pen stylus area. But this one right here is what I don't have one, but I would love to have one. The Heart of Metal 2 here. But anyway, so the Heart of Metal pens are, to me, the only pens that could even touch the Lamy that I'm talking about here. They're the only pens on the market that can touch this. And I would even argue that this is even better than the Heart of Metal pen because it's made of metal, like the Heart of Metal, um, but it has a button. But you know what though? The thing I like about the Supernote pens is the fact that they write so good. I, I don't even know how to explain it. The lines that come out of the Supernote pens, they have them programmed differently because the lines that come out of the Lamy here are different than the lines that come out of the actual Supernote pen with the ceramic. Even though they both have ceramic nibs, the lines that come out of this are bolder, and they have a characteristic to them that I haven't been able to replicate on any other with any other pen, no matter what the nib is. So they've done some programming with the electronics in this or the wiring or whatever they do with their programming of these pens. They've done something special here that is not replicated on this one. Although it looks good, I'm not going to say it doesn't. It looks bad. It looks good. Looks really good. But anyway, that's the only reason I would say the Heart of Metal may be better than this one is because how they programmed the lines to look coming out of that pen. They did a really good job with that. And Lamy, didn't program this one to be like that. They programmed this one to be lighter, so you have a finer line with this. But regardless, one of the big advantages to having the ceramic nib is the precision. That's why I like it. Not really the hardness. The hardness, good, yeah. But the precision you get with it is why I absolutely wanted a ceramic nib for every device that I write with. And it's been that way for every device. Like no matter what device I use it on, other than the Supernote 2. You can't use it on the Paper Pro because it has its own proprietary writing system. It doesn't use Wacom like these pens we're talking about right now. It uses USI, which is a whole different standard. But on the Remarkable 2, the ceramic feels terrible to me. It's like scratching on a chalkboard. It's not good at all. So I don't use it on the Remarkable, but I use it on all my Boox devices, and I use it on obviously my Supernote. So, but that's the pen. All right, all right. Let's go ahead and get back to these Reddit comments here. I'm sorry that was a little long winded. My bad there, but I love this pen, so I'll be an evangelist for this pen forever. It's just a really nice combination. Like I said, you just can't get that anywhere else. If you could, I would have bought them because I don't want to go through the process of making them, but I'll do that for the community though. All right, so someone got the Remarkable Paper Pro and the Note Air 4C. I will have both soon too. I've been using the Remarkable Paper Pro. Let's go ahead and highlight this. Matter of fact, let's see if we can just zoom in on it. There we go. That's even better. I've been using the Remarkable Paper Pro for around 3 weeks, and overall, I like it. The colors are vibrant, the writing experience is superb, and the case feels well made. However, I'm not completely convinced yet because it feels quite limited in functionality. Okay, indeed. I mean, that's the draw of the Remarkable platform. Is Hey, what's going on, Sam? How's it going, brother? Um, Real quick before we go back to the Reddit comments here. Sam, yeah. So the ceramic nib does work on the Boox Go 10.3. It will work on all the Boox devices without scratching them. I even have used them on the tab devices, even though it doesn't sound the best on those. The precision still is the best that you will get with any nib. Like the ceramic nib to me is the precision king, which is why I use them. Um, yeah, so you can use them on all the Boox devices. It doesn't sound the best on the tab devices, but any of the Note devices with the writing surface that they have on those, it's going to sound great. It's going to feel great. Yeah, it's awesome on those devices. All right, so going back here. So like I was saying with this person's comment here, where do we get to? They said the writing experience is superb, but the limited functionality. And so, like I was saying, when you buy a Remarkable product, whether it's the Paper Pro or the Remarkable 2, um, you're buying into simplicity essentially. You're buying into a very limited set of tools, very limited set of settings, and that's advantageous for people who don't want to drill down into options and settings. If you are working with a team of people who are not tech savvy and you just want to be able to hand them a device and them be able to just use it, that's the Remarkable. That's not the that's not the Supernote because it takes you a while of living with the Supernote before you even start to appreciate its functionality. So that's not something you're just going to hand someone and them immediately see the value in. Boox products are not something. Well, Boox is different because you could hand someone a Boox device and then immediately see the value only because of the App Store, right? Because you can just download an app and kind of be in a familiar environment, living in apps, right? But then if you were talking about note taking, just note taking, then yeah, even the Boox devices aren't as approachable as the Remarkable 2 because there's so many options, so many settings. It can seem convoluted at times. Um, yeah, so when you buy the Remarkable 2, you're buying into simplicity. Um, yeah, and that comes with a lack of some of the options that other devices have. At the cost of the simplicity, right? That's what you're buying into. So he goes on to say, while I understand this is a minimalism, I understand that this minimalism is intentional. Basic tasks like adding a template require workarounds, and sharing files with third-party services like Google Drive isn't very straightforward. Additionally, the device feels slow and occasionally buggy, and it is too big today. I got the Note, and it's too big. He says, today I got the Note Air 4C. Here are my early impressions. It's fast, and adding a template was a breeze. Let's see what else he says here. Oh, wow, he's got pictures. He wrote a whole thing here. So he says, here are my impressions. It's fast, and adding a template was a breeze. Although the colors are less vibrant than the Remarkable Paper Pro, they're not bad at all. I have mixed feelings about the writing experience, perhaps due to the included stylus. It feels more like using a Sharpie than a pen or pencil. Yeah, I do. And that's the reason I don't use felt. That's one of the reasons I've gone to ceramic, is that I worked in retail for a number of years. And that writing with felt makes me feel like I'm using a Sharpie on cardboard. And yeah, I ain't going back. I ain't going back, y'all. I ain't going back to Sharpie on cardboard ever. No, which is why I don't use the felt. That and the fact that it's not as precise as the ceramic, right? I mean, and the fact that you have to continuously replenish the felt. It's a consumable item at that point. The ceramic nibs are not consumable. They just keep working. So anyway, blah 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 blah. On the plus side, the Air 4C is slimmer, and while the screen is slightly darker and more grayish, I quickly got used to it. And that's something you have to a trade off you make with getting a Kaleido screen over a Gallery 3 screen. Now, I'm not even going to front with you. I'm looking at both of these right now on my whiteboard, and like the Remarkable Paper Pro is a, not as dark as the Note Air 3C screen, but it ain't like way brighter. Like I wouldn't say that about it. So Gallery or Kaleido, you're going to get a darker background screen, no matter which one of those technologies you. I don't know. My camera needs to be facing this way a little. I keep pushing myself towards this corner. Anyway, um, I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, so you're going to Gallery or Kaleido, you're going to get a darker background. So that's something everyone should expect if you're going with a color e-ink device. Um, all right. What stood out was here we go. Where am I at? There we go. What stood out was the ability to customize a toolbar in the Notes app. It was super easy to switch between a marker and a pen, which was a blast. Still, the writing experience on the Remarkable Paper Pro keeps drawing me back. I agree. Maybe I need to find a better stylus. Yes, you do. That's the problem here. Listen, the stars are aligning right now. I don't know what it is when I decided to make this pen available, but another reason why I went with this pen, it just feels so much better on the Note devices with the ceramic nib, so much more precise. But anyway, yeah, this guy definitely needs to find a better stylus, without a doubt. He says let's go to this part down here. It's a tough decision because both devices are solid and excel in the basics. I plan to spend more time with each before deciding which one to keep. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these pictures he's got. Actually, let's go ahead and talk about this first before we go on. So basically, this guy was talking about the differences between, he has the Note Air 4C and he has the Remarkable Paper Pro. he liked the vibrant colors on the Remarkable Paper Pro, which is its draw, the vibrant colors, but he didn't like the limited functionality of the Remarkable Paper Pro. And that's just, it's not the Remarkable Paper Pro. It's the Remarkable platform as a whole. So it doesn't matter which device you get from Remarkable, they're all running the same operating system. And his problem is with their operating system. It's just too limiting for him, even though he likes the colors. And he likes the functionality in the Boox products because, like I said, you just get way more options. It's that's the trade-off, you know. It sounds like this guy's going to go for the Note Air 4C in the long run, in my opinion, because if the options seem limiting to him right now, it's only going to get worse. Because he's gonna start seeing things he can do with the Boox product, and then he's gonna start trying to do those things in the Remarkable Paper Pro, and that color pop will start to matter less to him over time. And the same thing happened to me. I love the Remarkable Paper Pro's writing feel. It's the best now, and I can't even duplicate that with this pen. They just have a nib that's perfect. It's hard, but gives way. It's weird, and it's pressure sensitive. So the tip goes into it has a spring mechanism for the tip. It feels really good. It sounds exactly like a pencil. It feels exactly like a pencil on paper. Like they've nailed it. As far as writing experience goes, there isn't a more authentic one on the market. Period. I don't care what device. I don't care like what nib you're using. When it comes to authentic pencil on paper sound and feel, they nailed it. They nailed it. They nailed it. All right, so but regardless, it looks like this guy's going to be picking the Note Air 4C. I just think that's what's going to happen here. And you can see the brightness, even though he has the Remarkable Paper Pro closer to the light source than the Note Air 4C. You can see the difference, though. It's going to be more dramatic in this picture, but is a difference. Matter of fact, I could probably show that difference. Yeah, I can show that difference right here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to grab I can, because the screen brightness is not any better on the Remarkable Paper or the Air 4C than the Air 3C. They're the same brightness as far as the background goes. Actually, you know what? No, I could be wrong about that because they've gone with a different hue. They went with a different hue. So the display on the Note Air 4C has the greenish hue, like the display on the Tab Mini C, which to me has better colors. That green, if you have a display with a greenish hue, to me the colors pop better on that display. And that's the display they've gone with for the Note Air 4C, it looks like, because that display also has a greenish hue compared to the Note Air 3C. And I noticed that as well. I noticed that in a video that I did. But anyway, I'm not going to compare those because I realize with the greenish hue, it comes off as a bit brighter. So I'll wait to do that comparison when I actually get the Note Air 4C in on Friday. But going back to the Reddit post here, yeah, this, and with the light on, yeah, you see the brightness difference there? That's crazy. I like the slight glow of the Remarkable Paper Pro, the light that they have. They have a slight glow around the edge of the screen when you turn their front light on, which I think is a superb effect. But it ain't very bright. It ain't the brightest light. Oh, there's no sheds and lights on the fixture. It's not the brightest light on the fixture, but it has a nice effect. The brightness of this Note Air 4C front light, and I talked about that in a video I did recently as well when I explained the new technology behind this improved Kaleido 3 technology, where they've improved what they call comfort gaze, which is the front light technology. They've added better LEDs to the system that shine a little bit brighter and hopefully add a little bit of more contrast and vibrantness to the colors, which is what they say it does. Even if it doesn't add brightness to the colors, we see that it's it's crazy bright. That thing is crazy bright. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Okay, that was it. That was all the pictures. Yeah, that's cool. I like to see posts like that where people are giving their unique opinions on these devices that are coming out, and then I get to talk about it on stream. Awesome. You guys keep up the good work. Major gap in product line. I found Boox a few years ago and have been using the product since immediately switched away from what it, you know, we know that there's major gaps in product line. For one, they don't have a small note with a writing surface. Like like I would buy that today. I would sell whatever I need to sell to buy that. I'd buy that thing today if they had a 7-inch. Not even 7. Give me. Hold on 1 second here. Oh boy, I can't. Oh, there it is. All right, so give me this. You know what I'm saying? Just give me this. Matter of fact, I take it. Give me an e-ink screen from Boox that's like it's cut off like right here, so it's really only like. Hold on, let me do a better job of that illustration. Oh, I got cat hair all over my phone backing. Cat hair problems. All right, here we go. So if let's just cut off this portion of this and say that this portion right here was a e-ink display. Can we get more? Oh, there we go. Was an e-ink display this size. Wait a minute. I just realized something. I'm talking about the Palma. Like, I literally just described the Palma. If they made the Palma with the writing surface where I could just treat it like a notepad, Poindexter style, throw it in my my top breast pocket, magnetic pen attachment. No, no, no. I need some kind of case because we know how Boox do with their magnets. They're hardly magnets. They're like I don't even know what's weaker than a magnet, but they're weak magnets. We already know that. But yeah, I just described the Palma 2. They just need to add like Wacom support. Make a Palma 2. All right, so here we go. Here we go. I got it. Make a Palma 2 with Wacom support. Sell it as a small notepad. I'd buy it. My friends would buy it. I talk about it on here. I'm sure you guys out there would probably buy one. Then make another Palma with cell service. Call it a phone. You could talk on it. Text your friends. That thing. Then have your regular Palma that is just like the iPod of the Palmas. That's what they should do. Just segment the Palma off into these 3 things. I would love that. I wouldn't buy all 3. I'd buy only the notepad and probably the phone. The notepad and the phone could be the same thing. Samsung Note style. Why not? Matter of fact, partner with Samsung. They'll do it. Samsung throws stuff at the wall and see if it sticks all the time. So it's the perfect match made in heaven. Okay, what do we got here? Going into the chat real quick before we go back to the comments. Sam said, join late. Does the ceramic nib work on Boox? Yes, Sam. I think I answered that already. And Sam Jones, seems to me everyone should make a ceramic compatible tablet. No pen should wear out on tech. Honestly. When I came across the ceramic nib and realized I've never have to change it, like I would go through felt tips like one a week. And that's not a lie. Like legit, like one a week, if not one every 2 weeks. That still amounts to a whole bunch of felts and a whole bunch of buying them. So yeah. No pen should wear out on tech. That defeats the point of being paperless. Yeah. Non-wasteful in my opinion. Actually, that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's one of the draws of the pen that I like about it. It's not plastic, so it's not likely to break on you like the other pens that are on the market. You know what I mean? It's made of aluminum. So it's super rugged. Um, and it has the cap. Now it's not that magnetic. Now that's a lot of people talk about the fact that it's not magnetic, and that's they want a magnetic pen that they can just stick to their tablet. I haven't seen a magnetic pen stick to the. All right, except for the Remarkable Paper Pro. I don't know what magnets they're using on that thing, but once you put the stylus on that, it's not coming off. Like you have to struggle with it just to get it off regularly. So yeah, that thing they did a superb job with. But most tablets and their stylus, no, no. The magnetic ability of those things are terrible. You'll lose that. You'll end up just putting your pen somewhere else anyway where you can find it. So that became a non-issue for me with stylus after I realized that. I was like, I don't care if it sticks to the device because it's undoubtedly not going to stay there. But anyway, this one has the clip, and it has the pen for protecting the nib from anything that might happen to it, other than you writing with it. So, and what other stylus has that other than the Heart of Metal? That's why I said the Heart of Metal and this Lamy are the two best pens, in my opinion, on the market. And what's cool about this is you can buy a Lamy and essentially put any nib you want in it because it's a standard it's Wacom standard pen. So you can buy this Lamy and put a felt nib in it if you wanted to. You could put a plastic. They come with plastic nibs that I customize for my own purposes to shove a ceramic nib in. But my point is, these two pens are the best pens on the market, in my opinion. If they're better pens, like show me. Like I've done months of research and haven't come across anything better. Yeah, if there's something better, yeah, definitely show me. I will buy it for sure. What's going on, Anoop? We got haven't used felt nibs, but does it leave shavings kind of like a normal eraser rubber? No, and you have used felt nibs. If you have used a e-ink device recently in the last couple of years, and you're using the felt or you're using the pen that it came with, that pen has a felt tip. They all come with felt in them these days. You have to pay extra to get something that's not felt, except for the Supernote. The Supernote comes with the ceramic, but it doesn't even come with that. You have to pay extra for that pen. They're like, you could use other pens with this, but use ours. It's better. And they're right. They're right. Way more precise. So no rubber shavings, but you have used a felt nib though before. If you've used an e-ink device recently. But if you haven't used an e-ink device recently, then maybe you haven't used a felt nib. And in that case, they do not leave shavings. You won't notice. They just kind of run down like how a marker tip would. You know what I mean? Like if you've used a marker and you've used it a lot, you see it like wearing down over time. The tip just becomes dull. That's what I'm talking about. Ah, so you're from the Supernote. Yeah. So all right. So my bad. I apologize. Maybe you have not used felt. So yeah, they don't leave shavings. They just kind of dull over time. Um, and 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 when you're someone like me, and this is why I like the Supernote platform a lot too, because if you're someone like me, let's go ahead and demonstrate this. I I basically write really hard. So I'm I press down really hard, and it's good because if you have the Supernote, I don't know if you can see this, but let's see if we can. Matter of fact, let me bring this down a little bit. Oh wow, that's good right there. Okay, so you can see if you press, the pin goes inside of the casing when you press really hard. And I like that because I write really hard. So when I write really hard, it gives some give, and and because I write hard, I like the soft surface of the Supernote, um, because it digs in a little bit. So so for me, I write really hard, and that pressing constantly down hard all the time wears on felt felt nibs a lot, and they wear down really quickly in that case. And like I said, I'll go through one a week, and I write a lot. I mean, for my handwriting, it doesn't maybe seem like it, but I write a lot. So yeah, let's pull this back over here. All right, so let's go back to the Reddit here. So major gaps. So like I said, yeah, and just to finish that thought, I was talking about if Boox were to segment the Palma line, I'd be all in. I'd buy everything except for that original one because I've got no need for that. But you make a phone that has a writing that Wacom. Oh my goodness, life is good at that point. I mean, life's good now. Don't get me wrong, but life would be better. It would be better. Um, yeah, yeah. It's if you write hard, you notice it. It kind of it depresses their Anoop, but if you don't write hard, it's probably something you'll never notice. And from what it sounds like, you don't write very hard. But what's good on you, man, because it wears on your fingers writing that hard. You're saving yourself a world of hurt. All right. What else we got here? Hmm. Man, I haven't come across a Supernote post yet. What's going on? Maybe we have to go to the Supernote page to get a Supernote quote. Oh, have you guys seen the new Mac Minis? I'm not sure if you guys are even interested in such things, but I'm interested in all things tech. And when Apple comes out with something new, it seems like the world pays attention. So uh, I have to get well versed in those things. Oh, that's a nice shot. All right, so Sheriff says, can we put feel right on Books Go 10.3? Is it possible? Um, yes, you can. Yes, you can. And um um there's a person on YouTube um that I'm gonna pull up now who has actually done that. He didn't put the feel right on the Go 10.3, but he put the feel right on the Remarkable 2 because he liked the ceramic nib and the feel right so much that and he didn't like the way that the ceramic nib felt on the Remarkable 2, same as me. I hate the way it feels and sounds on the Remarkable 2. So if you got a Remarkable 2, I would not suggest ceramic. It's not a good experience. Um, Vladimir Caustic. I'm going to link him here. So let me find Vladimir's page real quick, you guys, and so I can link it here for Serif because Vladimir's my guy, and he did a good job on that video. But how's everybody's day going today? It's sunny here in Philadelphia. And I mean, it's getting cold. It's like 60 degrees here. Um, I'm hoping it's sunny wherever you guys are and you're enjoying the day. If you're at work today and you're listening, I appreciate you. I'm trying to get a regular live stream time down too, you guys, while I look up this thing for Serif. I'm trying to get a live stream time down that I can live stream in the morning regularly because it's fun doing this in the morning. Because I'd be researching stuff anyway and going through comments and things, and to be able to do that with you guys, it just feels good. You know, it just feels right. And I mean, I'll probably do live streams at other times as well. Um, but yeah, all right. So I think I found Vladimir. Yeah, I found Vladimir's page. Oh, this is the wrong Vladimir. Caustic. Who knew there were a few Vladimir Caustics on YouTube? There we go. Okay. Maybe I just spelled it wrong. All right, here we go. I got his page right here. So I'm gonna link this for you, Seraph, in the comments here for you, just so you can check him out. And I didn't want to leave you hanging there, so I wanted to make sure you got that. Um, there we go. So you go check him out. He did the same thing on his Remarkable 2. He put the Feel Right 2 film on there, and he loves it. So give him a check out and tell him I sent you. All right, what else we got here? All right, let's go back to the Reddit here. Oh, there we go. And like I said, we're running. It looks like all book stuff lately on Reddit. Like I'm looking for some Supernote news. Here we go. Unresponsive Supernote. I can't help you there. Non-scratchy stylus recommendations, please. Ooh, non-scratchy. Okay, so let's check this out. Zoom this in a little bit. Okay, so I recently bought the Go 10.3 when previously I was using a Supernote. My use case has changed. All seems relatively good. Still getting used to it, but I can't stand the writing feel and sound. Don't worry if you're someone who doesn't mind pencils and felt tips, etc. Though I have ASD, and these things just go through me. On paper, I just use Barrios. What is that? Is it anyone know what Brios is? B-R-O Biros. Jeez, I'm suffering from dyslexia today. I don't know what that is. Biros. I was wondering if anyone has recommendations for a stylus with more of a pen-like feel. I have. What? Okay, and this is 3 minutes ago. So yeah, I do. We got professional art. I almost want to reply to this dude's thing, but I'll reply here, and we'll go back to him later. All right, so this guy basically has the Go 10.3, and he's looking for like how are the stars aligning for this today? So, um, he doesn't like the feel of the felt, or ah focus Sony. Why won't you focus, Sony? Why are you not focusing? Oh, there we go. All right, so there we go. Felt. Oh, Sony, you're failing me. All right, there we go. Oh, can I keep? Oh, there we go. Okay, so the ceramic nib feels way better. That was a lot to do for nothing. The ceramic nib feels way better than felt. Way more precise. So I would go with felt there. Professional Art 7192. I know you're not listening. I know you're not listening. I'll get back to your comment later. All right. What else we got here? Oh, I can't do that. Okay, so non-scratchy stylus, check. Is the Tab Mini C for me? So this person says, you know what? We have a Supernote one right down below it. So let's just do that because we've done tons of books things here. I haven't even seen a remarkable comment or post yet. Hi, I just got my Nomad and was wondering, drawing straight lines, why there's no option for drawing straight lines or geometric forms. I was using OneNote half a year ago, and I remember that they had an option that when you draw and hold a line, it would straighten automatically. Awesome option. Most things offer that today. I love this feature because it helped me to make quick coordinate systems or tables or such stuff for my math-based classes. Okay, so Does anybody know? Anybody know what we're doing with that? Where are we at on that? Because I don't think the Supernote platform has that as of yet. Um, Oh, Seraph, I'm trying to back to the chat, you guys. So Seraph says I'm trying to develop an app for Boox specifically because they have Pin SDK support, please. Yo, word. That's what's up to you, man. And good luck, Seraph, because uh, anytime you're trying to do something like that, it's going to be difficult, but don't give up. You know what I mean? Keep me in the loop. I want to know. You might be my insider guy. You know what I'm saying? All right, where are we at here? How long has the stream been? I just wanted to kind of check this out today, you guys, and kind of do a little test. I think I got through my comments. I got through some Reddit here. I don't know how long we've been going for this yet. Let's check it out. If I've been going for an hour, I've done good. Yeah, Android development is definitely hard, my man. It is definitely hard. Okay, why do I have Apple Music open? That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here, everyone. I think this has been good. This is a good stream. I didn't have any problems. I navigated the thing. I illustrated what I was talking about because I haven't been doing that. I think we may be good to set up like an actual stream schedule. Like, this feels right. This feels good, you guys. So I appreciate everyone showing up. I appreciate all the love and support for the channel. All the interest for the pin. I appreciate that. I'm going to make a I'm going to make a post, a video actually, talking about the specifics I talked about here today about the pin. I'm going to make a video, a short video, just kind of outlining. I guess it should be a commercial, right? I should make a commercial for it, even though I'm not trying to do this for a living or anything. It's just I wanted to be able to make some for the community, and I could only afford to do 3. And so I'm going to do it this way. I felt like it would be an entertaining way to do it. But I'm going to post more information about the live stream and the time zone. I'm going to make a video about the post I did on the pin, just detailing everything. I'm also going to take a look at I'm going to leave the post I made talking about the time frame for doing these morning live streams. I looked at it earlier. Let's take a look here. I looked at it, and no one wants me to do the stream in the morning. No one wants a morning stream. Let me show you guys this. Excuse me. Just okay. See, no one wants a morning stream. It's like 70-30 for not doing it in the morning versus doing it in the morning. All right, take care, you guys. Take care. But yeah, so I don't know. It's just I'm gonna keep that post up though for like about a week before I make a firm decision on that. But yeah, so I'm gonna get that all up, and like again, thank you guys for coming by. I appreciate the time. Yeah, I know, right? I said bye like 5 minutes ago, and I'm still going. My bad. But there were a couple of things I wanted to amend there. But yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. I'm gonna end the stream now. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for all the support, and thanks for the interest in the pin. I'll make a post soon. All right, peace.